Okay, we are hoping that this is going to work this time. So, if you can hear us and if you can see us, please type something and say hello. We are very sorry, we've had some technical problems. YouTube seems to have changed some settings and means that our streaming is not working very well. But I'm going to carry on regardless.
So hello everyone, hopefully this is working. I think we're on a 30-second delay, so they may not actually see us for about 30 seconds time. So
okay, excellent.
We'll hopefully wait for it to catch up, and yeah, we'll be a bit of a lag.
Fingers crossed.
There we go, we've got a hello. Okay, that's a good sign.
Hello, yeah. Okay, great.
Let us know whether you can actually hear us, and if there is any buffering, please let us know. But I've played around so much to get this working. This seems
can
positive.
hear you fine. Excellent.
So hello everyone, I'm so glad that we can see you. We are 30 seconds ahead of you, so hence why if we answer something a little bit late, then that will be the reason why. Let's introduce ourselves again.
Yeah, so if you know us, hi, welcome. If you've never met us before, my name is Claire. I am an ex-gymnast and a gymnastics coach. And this is Tom. Tom is a professional wrestler and trained martial artist. And together we are Reset Lab. And we teach gymnastics alongside other movement practices that are holistic and mindful and help you feel creative in your movement. And we have a third member of the team who's running around at the front of the room, and she is Coach Luna.
Yes.
Luna,
come
say hello.
Come say hello.
Oh, she's still not going to play ball.
She just was like, no.
Yay,
No, I don't want to play ball.
So, yeah, we haven't done a live stream for, this is, I guess, 2 weeks. We missed 2 weeks because Luna was ill, but you can see she's now perfectly well again. So, yeah, she had a virus and lots of horrible red spots and a rash, but she's all good again now. So, welcome to tonight's session. We are doing walkovers.
Yes. We're doing walkovers, Luna, that's right. We're doing walkovers.
Yeah, we're doing walkovers. So, that's going to mean a lot of extreme lower back work, shoulder flexibility work. We're not necessarily expecting you to get walkovers. This is all about working through the progressions that will help you get towards being able to do walkovers. So obviously I could do walkovers when I was a kid, but I haven't done them for years and years. But I've used our lockdown bug training to work on my flexibility, and I can now just about do forward back walkovers. So we've come up with all these exercises today, and hopefully we're going to help you all be able to work towards walkovers very soon as well.
I think I might have to put her on me.
Okay.
She's gonna.
Yeah, she might be a monkey today.
She might be a bit of a monkey. So let us get started.
So Tom is gonna be demonstrator for some of today.
Put her on you.
Oh.
Or do you want me to put her on?
Yeah, maybe.
Because then I can't demo it.
Okay, well, no, I can try and hold her.
Sure.
See if I can keep up. You want to join in with Daddy? So we're gonna start with a warm up. I've got a little counter set up. So we're going to do 8 exercises, 45 seconds for each one, just to get warm, and then we will do a flexibility circuit, and that will be part of the warm up as well.
Yes.
So I'm putting the counter on now. We're doing 45 seconds of each exercise. First one, Tom, I want you to just do the curtsy squat.
Okay.
Side to side.
Are we going, yeah?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, off you go.
So curtsy from side to side.
That's it.
Oh.
So this is to get the heart rate up, get you nice and warm, get your big muscles, your leg muscles working, pumping the blood around the body.
I'm going to warn everyone, don't expect this to be a good demo of anything. Like back walkovers and bridging is just not my thing, to the point where it actually causes me an immense amount of pain.
I've just remembered we had this problem last time when you demoed. I'd get a bit lost in the background because you're so much taller than me.
So you've got to stand in the forefront?
Yes. Yeah.
So you've got the screen over here if you need to see where we're at. I'm still going.
2, 1.
What's next?
We're going to go lunge side to side.
Ooh.
So all the way down, if you can keep the heels down.
So lunge as deep as I can.
Yeah.
From one side to the other.
Yeah.
And just coming up and go to the other side, right?
Yeah.
Just warming those inside the legs up and the knees, right?
Yeah.
How's everyone doing on this hot day?
Yeah, how's everybody doing today?
Well, it's muggy, isn't it? It's not hot. Oh. And where are we going from here in 13 seconds?
Next we are going to do, start with a stretch back, hands to the floor, walk the hands forward into cobra and walk the hands back and go around again. Off you go.
Okay, so say that again.
Stretch backwards,
Back.
walk the hands
Forward. And walk our hands forward into a plank.
into the plank,
And then,
cobra,
yep.
walk the hands back again.
Oh, we'll see. And repeat.
Yep, keep going for 45 seconds.
Up. Reach back. Forward fold. Walk the hands forward into a cobra. And then back.
Yep.
And repeat, yeah?
Yes.
Forward fold. Walk ourselves forward. Into cobra. And walk our way back. Still going?
Yeah. I think I don't know what happened there. Maybe it didn't. Okay, let's do. Yeah, keep going for now. I don't know what. I'll keep my eye on the clock. I think maybe we missed one.
Oh, this is definitely a good way to get warm if I've got to do this for 2 minutes.
No, only 90 seconds in total.
Thanks, Luna.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. When you get down to the floor, we're going to have from the plank position, lunged side to side.
Ah, so we're going to get down to a plank position and bring one leg around the side.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying, yeah?
Yep.
Tell me
Keep
when.
switching legs. Nice and fast.
Let's go.
Yep.
So switching from one side to the other.
Yes.
And I'm
Well done,
after
Luna.
that stretch, aren't I, in the hip,
That's it.
pushing the hip forward. And when I say the hip forward, it's this hip here, driving into the floor
Here
and
we are.
pushing it forward at this diagonal. That's it. Ooh.
Wonderful. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hands and knees, and we'll be doing forward and backwards rocking.
From the wrists, yeah? So fingers facing forward,
So 5 rocks.
on or
Forwards.
forward. I'm going to rock forward and back. I've no idea how I'm going to do today, by the way. This is really, really tough.
You're a little bit nervous about doing these exercises, right?
I'm not nervous, it's just that I know it's going to be dreadful. So please don't use me as an example.
So tonight,
Luckily we've got VTs to show you exactly how it should be done, and then you've got, you know, it'll be like, have you ever watched those YouTubes where it's gymnastics with their dad? This is what this will be like. There's no, yeah, not looking forward to it.
Let's have this stretch now. So I want you to be forward, pushing the hip into the floor,
And then lean.
as far forward as you can get. So it's a stretch for these muscles down here.
So I'm really pushing into that hip. Oh, that's tight.
You can even take one arm up if you want and reach into it. So
Oh, can I now?
yeah.
That's good to know. Yeah, I think I'll just stick with pushing forward, to
okay.
be honest with you.
If you're not getting enough of a stretch in that position, then reach over and lean into it.
I'm going to switch at some point.
Yep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch.
And press through. Same again, really trying to drive this hip here forward. Feel it on the leg knee that's down, right?
Yes. Exactly. Feeling it on the leg. Oh, sorry, I didn't undo these again. Luna's very good at doing clips. This is one of her favourite things to do.
Don't leave me here for a minute again. Oh, this is tight.
There we are.
Big breaths, keep pressing forward.
Only 45 seconds, keep going.
Only 45 seconds?
10 seconds to go.
Oh, okay. 45 seconds left. I thought you.
No, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're done.
And you have a go at me for being bad at keeping time. That's not good, is it?
Okay.
So,
we're going to start today with a flexibility circuit of splits, front leg splits on the right, front leg splits on the left. We've got box splits and a bridge, and also a handstand. So, do you want to say anything about that?
sorry, I was making sure that the stream was working correctly. I'm a bit worried about it, that's why. So yes, what was that? We're going to do front splits, box splits, front splits, bridge, and then shoulder shrugs. What's your shoulder shrug?
Handstand with a shoulder shrug.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Okay, so the reason that we are doing these is today's session is all about doing forward and backward walkovers. So we thought that before we start anything, we should show you what forward and backward walkover are, just to clarify and make sure everyone's on the same page. So we're in no way expecting you to be able to do this by the end of the session. These are simply a session of exercises to help you progress towards being able to do a forward walkover.
So this is the forward.
This is a forward walkover. You can see I'm still not that good. I'm lacking flexibility at the moment. This is a backward walkover. So they could definitely be smoother, but I'm doing my best with my elderly body to get it. So hopefully you all know what we are doing or working towards. That is the goal move. But we're going to break it down. And all of these exercises that we do today are going to help with shoulder, back flexibility, but also groin flexibility. So the key thing that's restricting me now in my forward and backward walkovers is on my left side. My right side seems to be okay, but my left side is all out of whack. So that's what stops me.
So we're gonna go straight from one to the other, right?
So 3 circuits to do today. The first circuit is still part of the warm up, and then
twice through,
and then we've got 2 circuits that we're doing twice through again, and they're all exercises that will help us move towards shoulder and back flexibility. So while these are designed for anyone who wants to learn a walkover, these are also going to be amazing exercises for shoulder mobility. Even if you are a long way off being able to do walkovers. So Tom is going to make a lot of exclamations this evening, probably of pain, discomfort, and sort of sheer terror at what he's attempting to do.
Go on then, let's start.
Okay, so first circuit we've got
front splits, right?
Yeah, front splits, then we're going to box splits, front splits the other side, then we do bridge, and then we're going to do handstand. And the point of the handstand is to do a shoulder shrug. So when you're in the handstand, I want you to do this action.
Turn sideways for the other way. So we get to actually see the shrug.
Up and down. But you're going to do it in handstand, so I'll just demonstrate it here. So up and down.
Your t-shirt's a bit baggy to demo that, isn't it?
It is a bit.
So let's try. So you got your timer?
I've got my timer, but yes.
There.
There.
I haven't got any socks on. I'm looking for socks or something. I can't find them.
So 5 exercises.
Look at Luna go. Look at Luna. Look at Luna in the background.
Oh, brilliant. Yes, she started climbing already.
Ready?
Alright, clock is on. We've got a 10-second countdown. So get in position. We want you to have...
so front split is what?
Yeah, front split. So Tom's doing left leg first.
I wish I had socks on.
3, 2, 1. So what I'm looking for in the splits position is...
Oh, I can promise I can get lower than this. If I have
one
some
hand,
socks,
one side of your leg, one hand the other side, ideally. And then back hip pushing in. So we want the back leg in line and a nice straight line, and we want this back hip pushing into the floor. Try not to twist up around to the side.
if you get me some socks,
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
go
can
in a
actually do
minute.
the splits.
Yeah, I will. 3, 2, 1. Transition into box split, and I will run and get Tom some socks. Off you go.
The wooden floor is way too sticky for this. Is this holding the box split now, Claire? Luna, be careful.
There we go. Okay, this is good. 10 seconds to go on this one.
I can't move, the floor's too sticky. I'll put the socks on afterwards.
3, 2, 1, and down.
When you put it next door, you do it.
Okay, got 20 seconds. Let me see if I can get Luna to sit next door.
Oh, I'm definitely feeling this. I've got a slightly torn hamstring on the left side, so this is going to be really difficult, just even in this position, which is a really bad version of my split.
Alright, back. 3, 2, 1. Now we want lying on your back and pushing up into the bridge. So this is the first of many bridges that you're going to do today.
Tell me when.
3, 2, 1, up you go.
Oh, count me in next time, that'd be great.
Good. So we want to try and get as much extension through the shoulders here as possible. If you're struggling to get your arms straight, just hold in the bent arm position. You can use your head just to get in position if you're particularly tight through the lower back. If your bridge is good, then you want to be just trying to get your knees as straight as possible. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done, Tom. That's the first of many bridges. We'll be doing a lot more today. Okay, up towards the handstand, and it's this shrug, pushing through the shoulders.
Oh, I've not done a handstand against these yet.
Yeah, so this is the other exciting thing about today's session is we've got our wall bars. They're our new toy.
What's the regression for this, Claire?
Just a handstand. If you can't do the shrug, just a handstand.
What if you can't do a handstand?
If you can't do a handstand, let's have a plank. So feet up on any kind of sofa or stool that you've got nearby. Otherwise, just a regular plank on the floor is fine.
And shrugging in the plank?
Shrugging in the plank would be great, yeah. Pushing away from the floor. 3, 2, 1, down. So, we've got a second round now, back into front leg splits.
Wait, I'm going to put my socks on.
Oh, okay, I'm putting the paws on.
Oh, she's rubbish at keeping time. After all that having to go at me about keeping time, you've been absolutely poor.
Oh, I think it's just my phone.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
As you said, because Luna's been sucking on it. Okay, ready? Down into splits. 3, 2, 1, go. I think it just means that you can't hear it.
Yeah, you reckon?
Yeah.
Still
Also,
so tight from the hamstring.
I'll shut the window, that might help as well.
I'm going to get so hot and sweaty.
So, try and get your hands flat either side if you can. Yeah. Sink into it, square back hip. We want the foot at the back in line as much as possible.
Yeah, don't move it.
Well done. 3, 2, 1. Into box splits.
Go.
Got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down you go. Lovely. From this position, it looks like your shorts are going to split.
They shouldn't.
They're quite stretchy, right?
Yeah, they're very stretchy. That would be quite interesting, but luckily no one else would get the horrible view. Just you.
Just me. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent.
Oh, turn.
Into
Sorry.
the right leg splits. Get ready?
Yep.
Counting down. 4, 3, 2, 1, and in.
Oh, this is the torn one.
Did you tear it during lockdown or in the last match?
No, I tore it during lockdown.
Okay. Doing what?
This?
Oh, stretching.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Doing front splits. It just kind of felt, oh, that was a bit tight. I just held it, sat through it, and then because I was off for 2 weeks, Luna was ill and I was unwell. It's atrophied and got weak.
3, 2, 1. Okay, into bridge.
Socks off.
Socks off, or you'll fall over in the bridge. Up you go. 3, 2, 1. Push up. Good. That's looking better already. So push the shoulders back towards your hands. Try and get as much stretch through shoulders as you can. Really try and get your elbows as straight as you can get them.
That's it.
Push through the knees. Try and get the knees a little straighter. 10 seconds to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And last one, we've got handstand shrugs again.
Oh, my scapula.
Yeah?
That's where I feel it most. The top of the shoulders.
What, in the bridge?
Yeah.
Kick up to handstand and we want the shrugs. Ideally, we want to have your rib cage tucked a little bit more. You've got quite a dip in the lower back here. So try and...
Well, you made it all loose, that's why.
Ha! Oh yeah, blame me. Keep pushing. This is good. So we really want to be able to articulate the scapula through this position. This being able to lift through the shoulders is going to be an important part of doing the walkover today. And down.
That was horrible.
All right. Warm up is done. So the reason we just did that little circuit was that we need flexibility in all of those ranges for doing walkovers today. So we've warmed up our hamstrings, we've warmed up our groins, we've warmed up
Our shoulders.
everything on the inside, the adductors. We've done our lower backs and we've done shoulders and wrists.
So,
And we've only just begun the levels of pain that we're going to reach
I know,
today.
I know.
Tom has it all to come.
I really hope this works.
This is nice. I'm enjoying this. I'm getting my own back for all the other sessions that you've killed me in so far.
Yeah, but you could do half of them. It's different.
I'm going to put a timer on.
Alright, don't. So, the next set of
Moving
exercises.
this on already.
The next set of exercises we have for you today is...
So this is the first circuit. We've got 3 exercises. Is it playing? Yes. Okay, the first one is you're going to go into a bridge and then you're going to try and raise one leg in the air. So weirdly, as you raise one leg in the air, you'll actually get more of a stretch through the shoulders than you would if both feet were down. Second exercise is this kind of lower with the leg up. So I'm going to talk you through it. You've got to shrug up like we just did in the handstand. Lift the leg, push the hips forwards, and then you lean back and put the head back. So I'm going to do that again. So you shrug up first. I didn't shrug then. Shrug up first. Okay, this is third exercise. We're doing a kick into handstand but with a split leg position. If I was still a good gymnast, my splits would be much greater. They'd be at 180 and not the...
so you actually want to be doing splits in the air?
Yeah, if you can do a 180, that's
great.
great.
Like that, yes?
Yeah, I mean, mine is not 180 there, but yeah. As good as you can do with your legs apart.
It's better than mine's going to be by a mile. Okay, what's the first one? I'm never not going to be even able to do the first one.
So the first one is bridge and lifting a leg. So
sorry, is there a regression for that? Because I'm not going to be able to do it.
yeah, if you really, so if you can, well, you need to try.
I'm going to try.
So if I don't mind if your legs at this angle or at this angle, just try and
So
balance
how long?
on
30
one
seconds.
foot.
One side, 30 seconds the other side, or 15 seconds in total.
No, we'll
one
just
side.
do 30 seconds of
One side.
So you do your preferred leg. So whichever leg you're better in splits on, that's the leg that you're lifting.
So I have to lift the other leg.
So you're better on right leg splits.
Left leg at the minute because the right leg's bad.
Oh, okay. Lift your left leg. So a regression for that is either you can just work on your bridge, and if you can use your head in the bridge position. Can you demonstrate a bridge with using the head? So just try to push up to this position here, and then from there you're trying to extend through the arms as much as you can. Yeah. So if you can't already do a good bridge, don't worry about lifting the leg. Just use this exercise to work on your bridge.
So second exercise is that lean back one.
Yes. So stand up, and we'll just talk you through it again. So you're going to start here with your preferred leg in front. Arms up by your ears. Now you've got to lift.
Right.
Shrug up first.
Yep.
Lift the leg. Now start pushing the hips. You've got to push the hips, then lean backwards.
Okay.
Push the hips, then, yeah, very good. Okay, and the reason for this is, if you're doing a backward walkover, you've got to push the hips first, because it helps get you close to the ground. If you just dropped back from there, it'd be quite a hard landing on your wrists. And equally, if you're doing a forward walkover, what's going to get you off the ground is being able to push through and back up.
Let me know if everyone else is struggling with this already. You know.
And then the third one is a kick into handstand, but with a split leg position.
Okay.
Ready? Do you want to try that one?
Sure.
Trying to do the splits is difficult.
So you're going to leave one leg behind.
I'll go to L first.
Yeah, so it's a bit like kicking to L, but we want... Yes, there you go.
That's probably
That's
as it's
That's
going to
it,
be.
yeah,
It felt
you got
like I didn't know what the other leg was doing.
You got it. Okay. So 2 rounds of this.
Yeah. Let's just start because it's going to be horrible.
All right.
Ready?
Ready? So into bridge position, attempting to lift the leg. 3, 2, 1, push up.
Yeah. So press through.
Press through. Yep. So can you get one leg off the floor?
Oh, I don't know. That is a no.
So don't worry if this is also not working for you. Oh, well done.
Oh.
Neighbours are going to love us tonight.
Oh.
That's 14 stone of man dropping onto the floor there.
So if I go to my tiptoes, okay. 1 foot.
Yep.
That's
Tiptoe. Yep. Okay, that's good. 3, 2,
Oh god, that's so hard.
yeah? Really
Yeah.
difficult.
Yeah, it's horrible. Go on, next one.
Next one. So you're doing the leg lift. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, leg,
Leg
shrug, up.
lift, hips, then head. Put the head all the way back when you do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as if I'm going to do a walkover.
Yeah. That's it. But push the hips
Let's
first.
try the other leg as well.
Shrug,
lift.
hips, and look. Yeah, very good.
That felt better.
That's pretty impressive.
So, shrug, leg.
Very good.
Oh, my shoulders. So,
Now we've got the
oh yes, lunging to handstand.
lunge to handstand.
Tell me when?
When? Go.
Go.
So what's important here is we want a nice lunge, just like you would do an entry into a handstand with a really big lunge. We need that out the way, please.
Too slidey.
So really leave that leg behind. Oh. I'll try and catch you and keep
No,
you.
don't touch
I'll
me.
try and hold you. No?
Don't touch me.
Wants to do it on his own. That's it. Leave that leg behind. Well done. Okay, round 1 done. On to round 2.
No rest.
Do you feel like you need the rest?
No, I can go. Don't know about anyone else, but I feel like I can get through
We'll
this.
have the rest.
But bear in mind, I didn't lift the leg, so it's probably...
We'll have the rest up. If the tiptoe is a good way through, so if you can only get into bridge and just try and get to the tiptoe on 1 foot, that's totally fine as a progression towards lifting the leg. You ready?
Oh,
3, 2, 1, off you go. Good. So you're on the tiptoe there, that's really good.
It's just shifting that weight from one side to the other.
Do you feel it as more of a stretch by putting the weight more on one leg more than the other? Really try and get your elbows straight, Tom. Push through the others.
Oh, no, I've come down.
Yeah.
I have to shift.
3,
My weight has to move from one
2,
side to the other.
1, and down.
Oh, that's horrible.
Did it feel any better this time?
Oh no, it was hard the second time.
Yeah.
Ready?
Oh, okay. So leg lift. Off you go.
Yeah, I think it's this one.
This is very good. You're doing this one really, really well. That's it.
It's just balance, no?
Good. I mean, it is balanced, so you need to have your glutes firing. You want the standing leg to be as straight as you possibly can get it. So really lock it out before you start trying to lift the shoulders and lift the leg.
Yeah, it's definitely better on the other leg forward.
Excellent.
And
now we've got the handstand split.
handstand splits.
So really try and keep the legs wider apart this time. Slow the whole thing down, leave the second leg behind. 3, 2, 1, off you go. You're lifting it too much.
Yeah, I'm trying not to bring it up because I'm just so used to bringing them together.
Yeah. That's better. And try and get them further apart. You can do a bigger split than that, so yeah. So it's just about finding a balance in that position.
Yeah, it's just balance.
Because your splits is much better on the floor.
I'm not used to doing the, that version of a handstand. Oh.
All right.
Oh, my arms. How's everyone else feeling?
Clock us on for recovery.
What comments do we have?
We have got
I'll grab some water.
Anais says, hey, glad me being late worked out just fine for today. Yes, welcome Anais. Glad you can all hear us, that is excellent. Violet says, oh, my hips click in the shrug leg lift, but it feels good. Okay, excellent. I mean, there's all sorts of interesting ligaments and tendons in the hips that could be working when you're doing the leg lifts, so that makes sense. Slippy carpet means I drop my head in the tripod bridge position.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why the mat is better. Like this floor is good, but I can't hold it on this floor. But this is a sticky mat that we're using, and it kind of just, when you start to slide out, it kind of holds you in one place. Not a lot of yoga mats do that. They kind of like stretch with you.
But I took it out earlier when I was doing all the demos because it was easier without. So Sally says, very tight back today. Okay, well, you might find that it's not quite as tight by the time you've done all of these exercises.
Do you know what? It's mine. Lower back here, and then like here. So across the thoracic. Lumbar, complete lock here.
Okay.
But that's going to be the shoulders for me. The shoulder mobility, that's the real big problem. It has got better from doing handstands. I can get perfectly straight now on the handstand, but it's still not gymnast flexibility. Hence why bridging's just, I hate it. I just hate it.
We've got an exercise coming up that I know we've done in our sessions when we used to do them at CrossFit London.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go through the wall.
Yeah, I know that you don't like them. But it is amazing for stretching the shoulders.
Look forward to that, me screaming.
So I guess I want to say a few things. First thing I want to say is, so in terms of building and developing flexibility to be able to do bridging, forward walkovers and backward walkovers, I've been on quite a journey over the last 10 weeks. And it's totally possible to really, really improve your bridge in quite a short space of time. But what you'll notice is when you start, either the restriction is through the lower back here or it's through the shoulders. So if when you're in this position here, it's very, very tight and you really feel it in the lower back, that might be your restriction. Or if you're really, really struggling to push through the shoulders, that could be your restriction. But what I found was, when I started bridging, it was my shoulders that were tighter and my lower back felt fine, but then at a certain point my shoulders unlocked and then the tension transitioned into my lower back. So the two parts that could be restricting you, it could also be your wrist flexibility. Those things might shift as you gain flexibility, so expect there to be a kind of journey that you go on with back flexibility.
So the next set of exercises we're going to do.
Talking.
Oh, haven't you?
No.
Sorry, I was going with the timer.
It's just a guide. Just
Is
a
it?
rough guide. These exercises
The
are
bell
very
doesn't
intense.
dismiss you, but I'll,
These exercises are very intense, and I want to be kind to your bodies
the
because
teaching.
when you do a lot of work on your lower back, it gets kind of sore, and you start to get to a point where you feel like you might be starting to do some damage. So all of these exercises today are intended to introduce you to the kinds of things that you should be doing if you want to progress towards forward and backward walkovers. But by no means do you need to do them all at the same time. Figure out which ones are kind of the right level for you at the moment. This is to introduce you to some interesting things that you could be doing to help you. Right, just got a couple of comments. So Sally says it's all in the lower back for her, and it could be from sitting at desk. Yes, exactly. And I wanted to say, if you have a look on our Instagram, you'll see that we've got a little testimonial from Rania, who's been doing our 10-week bunker program, and she found that within 2 weeks of training with bridges, all the tension that she'd been getting in her shoulder and up her back area just went. So there are all sorts of amazing benefits to doing these exercises, even if they really hurt and you feel like you're making no progress. Okay, so we're going to move on to round 2.
So, next set of exercises.
Circuit 2 is, one of the exercises is the same, but now working towards doing it at the wall. So you've practiced this one already, but now you're going to try and do it to touch the wall. So we've got wall bars, and I'm grabbing the wall bars. You don't have to do them to anything in particular, you can just touch the wall. And on each one, just start trying to get a little lower with the hands.
A little bit like what we did with that second exercise, right?
Yeah, if you've got a sofa that's quite high, you could do it on the sofa. Second exercise, you're going to do the split handstand that we just did, but now you're going to try and touch the feet on the wall. This is the one that Tom hates doing. So the purpose of this is to get a really strong stretch through the shoulders without really having to stretch the lower back too much. Because the feet are raised, it's not as intense as in a bridge, so it allows you to get a greater stretch through the shoulders specifically. And then the third exercise is back into the bridge with one leg up, but now you're trying to jump your foot off the floor. This is really not easy to do. The more flexible you are, the easier it is. And the ultimate goal here is to be able to kick all the way over, which I think I'm about to demonstrate. Yeah. So I can't kick beautifully off the floor like I used to when I was a young gymnast and do it with perfect poise. But the goal is to just, if you can get from bridge and start kicking it over, that's then you're basically at least 70% of the way there to being able to do a backflip walkover.
Cool. So, should we start?
Yeah.
So, as we go through this, there's an interesting comment down there about shoulders, which you might want to address as we go through it, but not right now. Come back to it because you'll have to full screen. So, what's the first exercise?
First exercise is the leg lift, leaning back to touch the wall.
How long are we doing it for?
30 seconds again.
So, hands up, press back,
Yeah.
and touch the wall. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to just practice it, just let's try it, see if it works.
Yeah.
Ready?
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
So, leg lift. Oh, that's so horrible. Hands up. I'm used to falling backwards, but not in this position when I'm trying to look. I'm miles away from the wall. Oh.
Maybe just come in slightly closer. Hello.
Hello, Luna. Save me from the exercise. I'll carry on.
That's it. Well done.
That might be the extent of it.
That's okay. So bit by bit, you would work towards being able to get your hands further down the wall. Okay.
So
next
this is
one,
the worst one, right?
Next one is the one that you hate.
You
So
might need to guide me.
handstand.
So grab the hands and guide me. One leg at a
Well,
time.
give it a try. 3, 2, 1, off you go.
Okay.
Yep. So keep the legs a little bit more split, so you're
Sorry.
in the right position there. Yep, that's it. Now get your feet to touch the wall bars or the wall. There you go. Right, now walk your hands out a bit so that you can get a bigger stretch in the shoulders.
This one.
3, 2, 1, and down. How was it? Was it as bad as you were expecting?
No, because I don't think I went that low, but that's the reason why. Oh. Next one, it's not going to work.
So you're trying to kick off the floor. Hey, Luna. You want to kiss?
Do you want to pick her up?
Okay, 3, 2, 1,
So
go.
what am I doing?
You're going into bridge, and then you're trying to kick your foot off the floor in any which way that you can.
I can barely lift one foot.
That's it. So you're doing way better. You're doing way better on the lifting
Oh,
of
this
the
is
leg.
atrocious.
Well done. 15 seconds.
Oh, don't copy me, everyone.
15 seconds. Try again. That was really good.
Oh.
It was really good.
Ah.
No.
No, I've given up. What's the time? She stops your time.
Okay, back round to the beginning.
Alright. That's horrendous. I hate that. You know,
In order to get
it's the
Luna to
worst.
stop trying, I'm going to get my iPad.
No, Claire, get her iPad, please. Oh, that was horrendous. Oh, Luna's starting off the timers. So, I think you should do this. You know, if I pick her up, that's, you know, you can do this exercise. There's no point in me doing it.
It's good to watch you do this.
No one can actually, you know, get any benefit from watching me, can they? So, what are we doing next? We're going back through it, right?
Yeah. So, second time round, so you're reaching for the wall again.
Okay. Have you got a timer?
I have. 3, 2, 1, off you go.
So, hands up. Shrug.
Very good, very good. All right, yep, massive improvement already. That was controlled.
So shrug, check whether I've got any questions as we go through.
Excellent. So we want a little bit more of a raised leg. So shrug up, raise the leg. Yep, now go. That is fantastic. Well done.
Oh, don't lie.
No, it's really good. It's really controlled.
What's your timer say?
Keep going. 3, 2, 1, and back. That was very good.
Don't know about that.
There wasn't a lot wrong with that. It was really good. Okay, now we've got a kick to handstand.
Yep.
See if you can get your hands a little further away this time, so you can get a bigger stretch to the shoulders and lower back.
Tell me when.
Ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Excellent. Now walk the hands away from the wall. Yeah, a bit more. Fantastic. Yeah, that's it. Where are you feeling the stretch? Shoulders or lower back?
God knows lower back, I think.
Well done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very good.
Don't lie. Come on. Next one.
Okay, so back into the bridge and trying to kick off.
Oh.
Do you want to do it on the mat or would you rather do it without a mat?
No, the mat keeps me in one place.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Just lifting the leg is the hardest.
So, whatever you can manage here, try to kick. Excellent.
They're not going anywhere.
Lovely. It's good, just transitioning the weight from one side to another is difficult enough. 3, 2, 1, you've got away without having to do any more. Well done.
Well, the thing is, like, doing all the bridging,
Yeah.
you know, even the stretching at the beginning when we did the box splits, but especially at the minute because I'm not that low, I had to put a lot of weight on my wrists and my hands and my shoulders. So by the time we got to this one, I'm pretty fatigued.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. When I ran through filming these exercises earlier, I had to rest quite a lot. My back was really sore, so it's not going to feel very pleasant. But take a little rest now. We've got a play section to do now.
If you've got any questions,
you've done all the technical
drop
work.
them in the comments. I'm going to take a second.
Send us some questions.
There's an interesting one about shoulders somewhere.
So, is there an exercise you can do to loosen up the shoulders? I look like an OAP doing a bridge. Yes. So, if you're struggling in the bridge, then the best one to do is against the wall bridges. Can you demonstrate, Tom?
Can you demonstrate? Because I've done a lot of bridges.
I can. So, a wall bridge, you want to stand like 2 foot away from the wall, reaching back, and your hand is going in with fingers facing down. Look at the hands, put the other hand on, and then you come out the other side.
You might have to do this with bent arm to start with, and then you work to try and press yourself to straight arm. So for me, that was the progression. So I went in with bent arm and then pressed out.
If you can do it with straight arms, it's going to really stretch out the lower back. And if your shoulders are very, very tight, you'll have to do it with bent arms to accommodate the tightness in the shoulders.
Did we do we did a session on bridging, right?
We
that's
have.
available on Patreon.
Yeah, I think we've got a session on bridging.
Couldn't remember whether we had or not.
Another really good one, if you've got a partner, is Tom. Could you sit down on the floor with your legs out in front?
You're gonna make me bridge.
No bridge.
Okay, interesting. So sit down on the floor, legs out in front like that.
Yep. Arms up in the air.
Oh, don't do this.
So if you've got a partner, they can stretch you in this way. So knees go into the shoulders, and you pull your partner's arms towards you with straight elbows. So that's one to do, and then you can take the arms this way if the tightness is at the front in the delts.
Chest.
Chest?
Yes, it's chest.
Well, it's the front of the arms as well.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh. mainly chest for me.
Oh, but yeah, it's the chest.
For me, it was the chest.
Okay.
So,
Any other tips on beginning to open up shoulders?
hanging, just hang.
Yeah, I can demonstrate
Because
that
what
one.
you'll do is you'll eventually loosen to the point where you should just sink into it. What you're trying to do is use gravity to perfectly align yourself. So if you do find...
I'm hanging off a bar that you can't see.
There we go. Hang. There we go. So you should eventually just sink in and then your shoulders become straight above your head. What we're asking you to do is really be in line with the shoulders. And it's the bottom lower back that does the actual bend, right?
Yeah.
It's not the arms going past the head. So, any other questions before
Yeah,
we move on
we've
to the
got a
play
few
section?
more. It's funny seeing Tom struggle as he's
Thanks.
usually so good at most things. I know! It's just, that's the thing everybody enjoys most. Yeah, Tom is one of those annoying people who likes to be brilliant at everything. So it's
It's called a jack of all trades, master of none.
it's rare that you even put yourself in this position to do stuff that you can't do. So yeah, we'll all have a good laugh at your expense today.
Well, yeah. Thanks.
Elisabetta says, I'm already feeling an improvement on these exercises since last Wednesday. I'm not falling over every time I'm trying to lean back anymore. Brilliant. So Elisabetta is one of our bunker gang. She has been working on these exercises for the past few weeks because that's her goal, is to get forward and backward walkover. So that's really good to know that there's been so much progress just in 7 days, which is what you'll find with most exercises.
Mm-hmm.
So
this shows. Sorry, I phased out there. All the blood went in my arms. So, so the last section is we're just going to play with these movements. So I don't expect anyone to be able to do this, but this is what we're going to work on.
So one way of being able to get into doing a forward and backward walkover is to do what's called a Valdez. I'm doing a very bad one here because it's going wonky and over the side. But basically I'm starting from the floor because it's quite scary to do a backward walkover all the way from the floor the first time you do it. This is obviously the forward walkover. And you know, if you've got a sofa, you could think about, if you're reasonably flexible and you feel like you're doing okay with these exercises, or you've got a bed or something nearby, you can do the handstand split and just try and end on the sofa somehow, you know, like a little kid playing around. Oh, thanks Tom, you put a bit of me dancing in. Are you think you're funny? The cheek! Unbelievable. So, if you want to work towards...
Is play the subject, right?
Yeah, but that is the subject. I'm going to take this mat away.
You're going to do this. I can't do this, so
No,
you
no.
might as well do it.
I'm going to show you some things that you can play with.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
So, if you have been able to do the exercises today reasonably easily, then have a try within the confines of what you've got. If you've got a bunch of pillows, stick them on the floor. You can try doing a back bend all the way to the floor. So this is one thing you can try. I can't do it. Can you?
A back bend all the way to the floor?
Are you?
Did you say back bend to all the... Wait, sorry.
Yeah, can you support me to do
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I thought you wanted me to do one. I was like,
No,
I can't do one.
just to demonstrate.
Go
So
on, show
if you've got a partner handy, the best way to do it is to stand in front and hold the hips.
Is it? Slow down.
There we go. So make sure you feel that you're kind of secure.
So into that position.
Yeah. And then you can pull me out.
Okay.
Yep. So you could try something like that. Or the Valdez move that I did. So the Valdez, which comes off the floor and it's based around being able to kick like this. It's a bit like a capoeira kick. So the step towards that would be to start with 2 feet down, one hand facing the opposite direction, ready to turn. This hand's got a pivot. So my hand is turned backwards, ready to pivot. And you just take this arm in a direct line up, push the hips up, and then if you can, you pivot into bridge. If you can't, you can leave the hand reaching out behind you. Just there. So you can play with that movement, or you can go all the way around and out the other side. So this one you could try, Tom.
The bridge rotations.
Yeah. You can also try the capoeira kick, because you can do that, right?
Maybe with a torn hamstring. Let's see if we can do that.
Yeah.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
So how long are we going to do it for?
Do 90 seconds
So we're
of
picking
play.
up poison.
Yeah, 90 seconds of play.
Do you want to do a backward walkover, forward walkover in the meantime?
No.
No. Okay.
I think my back's had enough for today doing all the filming.
Should I try and do I don't know, I just thought so. Handstand, like both legs.
I mean, if you want to, do you want me to support you?
If you can.
Okay. This is going to be fun.
So we're all going to be working at the same time, and
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
Right, let me get a preset. Okay,
We're gonna
90
do
seconds.
90 seconds of play, right?
Yeah.
We're just going to see what we can come up with.
Yeah. 3,
Right,
2.
I'm going to try this without killing Luna. She's
Oh.
coming into the room.
Whinging Luna's coming again. Luna, do you want to sit on here? Have a seat. Oh.
So,
Yeah.
count us in.
She's gonna slowly, very slowly go across the room. Oh, well done. She just learned to do that.
Are we going?
Yeah, let's go. Okay, so do you want me to catch you?
Yeah.
You want, okay. Go. So are you leaving one leg behind?
Yes.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to support my lower back.
I have got you.
I'm still going to hit the ground. Get away, you!
It's a family sandwich. How did that feel?
What, hitting the ground?
Yeah.
Hitting the ground's
As painful
fine.
as you were expecting, or was it
Hitting the
wrong?
ground's fine, that's not the problem.
What's the problem?
Oh, I had Luna's thing underneath me. Ready?
Think
And
funny,
again?
Luna. Okay,
I'm gonna
I'm
try it
I'll
again.
stand this side
Do you
again.
want to stand the other side so they can see me do it?
No, because I can't support you from that side. Okay, keep your legs split. Yep. Push your shoulders, push your shoulders, push your shoulders, push your shoulders. Keep pushing the shoulders. Woo! I can't support 14 stone, man.
Don't laugh! Don't laugh! Oh. Let's try the other
Try
side.
the capoeira.
The
Try the capoeira kick version.
Where's Luna?
So capoeira kick and a Valdez are quite similar movements.
It's not really.
So a Valdez is you've got basically there half of a Valdez. You just
Yeah.
got to go more through a bridge position.
Oh, have a rest. Have a rest, everyone. Take a break. How did you get on? Did anyone break any furniture? Or was anyone just standing there laughing at me while I hit the ground? Hope that.
Every time she sees my face, she wants it.
So, how did everyone get on? Or were you just
send
laughing at
send
me?
us some feedback. Let us know what level you've got to, because obviously people are going to be wide ranging, and that's fine.
It's fine if you're with the bridge, right? If you're working on just wall rotations on the bridge, that's perfectly fine. Or if it's just lifting one leg up, play is important. You want to see what is the hardest thing, and sometimes playing with the next step up makes you realise something you didn't realise with the previous step, I find.
Yeah, I mean, if you run through all of these exercises, they're going to help improve your bridge, if nothing else. So don't even worry about trying to get to the walkovers. Just doing these walkover progressions will improve your shoulder flexibility.
Yes. Yeah.
How are you feeling about these exercises? Because obviously,
I hate it.
a walkover is a walkover one of your goals? Is
No.
that something that you aspire to be able to do?
I'd love to be able to do it,
Yeah.
but I would love to be able to do it.
As a power athlete with a lot of muscle bulk, obviously it's going to be a very difficult thing for you to do.
It will help on things like back flip, front flip, stuff like that, and I understand the benefit of working on it, and I really would love. I wish I could find the motivation that outweighs the pain of doing it.
Yeah.
That says a lot, because there's not a lot of things that I would do. I will, as you've seen, like.
That's coming from a man who's spending his week at the moment hitting pieces of wood with his fingers and hands because he wants to condition them. And yesterday we did a training session where he made me walk on my knees up the hallway to condition my knees. So the fact that you don't want to do these exercises says quite a lot.
Yeah, that's a different type of pain, but this is this for me is like my top end of like this is not fun.
So
I would rather kick a piece of wood than like as hard as I can than do a back walkover.
So just to kind of give you some context and maybe inspire you a little bit, I follow a guy on Instagram who is a flexibility coach. He's kind of gone on a journey through coming towards teaching handstands and doing gymnastics, but via yoga. And if you have a look back at his back catalogue, it's really interesting because 10 years ago he couldn't even bridge very well, and now he can do handstands where he touches his toes to his head. So if this is the first time you're doing these exercises and they feel fairly impossible, don't be too disheartened. It is literally about just little by little, very, very small incremental improvements, as we kind of say every week. And I had one of these breakthroughs myself yesterday because we were doing a training session and Tom keeps making us do box splits in our training sessions, and suddenly I actually managed to get 4 centimetres lower to the ground with box splits, and it was really weird. I had a day off, which was the first day off pretty much that I've had during lockdown, and I went to the park, saw some friends, and I was really relaxed, and I came back, we did a training session and I was really relaxed, and it was like my whole nervous system relaxed, it just gave me so much more capacity. So it's also really important to think about how sometimes the restrictions that we can feel in our body are not just like that the muscle is not long enough. It can be that the entire system is holding everything tighter than it needs to be.
So I think we should do one more round of play.
Yep.
Let's do one more round of play. I want to see if I can hit the ground with my feet rather than my back. Yes?
Yep.
We have time for
we
have time for one more play.
Yeah, one more play.
So let's play, and we can come back to the comments in a second. But if you have any questions,
if you've got any questions, send them now. We'll have a play,
and we'll have a discussion at the end about everything. Are you going to support me? Please, because I'm going to hit the floor.
I think you should work on the Valdez.
Oh no! I would like to do this.
All right.
And also, it's the effort of Claire having to support me.
I can try. You think this is funny?
Yeah.
To make me look like an idiot. Supporter that I can't get
No,
to the floor.
I'm significantly heavy.
Okay.
Ready? So count us
3,
in.
2, 1, off you go. Have a play. Try any of the exercises again that we've already done today. So push your shoulders back first, Tom. Now through the lower back. I kind of lifted you quite well there.
You did, and then gave me a backbreaker in the end.
Do you think it was funny then?
Alright, I can do another one. Is it funny?
Okay, one more time. Up. Push the shoulders back. Through the lower back, get some flexibility going. Feet to the floor.
I think you lowered me down quite wonky, so that one hip was higher than the
Yeah,
other.
probably.
You want to go?
So you've still got 30 seconds to practice something.
Okay, I'll do it again.
Do you want to try it on your own?
No. Shall I? Sorry, no, you're just downstairs. I don't know what that's.
I mean, I definitely don't condone you doing it on your own, but if...
Hold on.
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
She's switched off the timer.
She's not going to let me do it. Oh yeah.
Let's all watch Tom fall over.
Ready?
Yeah. Look, Luna.
Oh! I was trying.
Only a wrestler would be stupid enough to actually do that. Okay, I just want to
That wasn't bad. I hit the ground with my feet before my back hit it.
Excellent.
And my head didn't hit the ground.
Well, that's a bonus.
Oh.
I want to make sure that you all understand that as a gymnastics coach, I definitely don't condone doing that kind of thing. We want you to do gymnastics responsibly and safely without doing yourself any harm or those around you any harm.
Or your floor, or upset your neighbours, or anything like
But
that.
wrestling is a different game, and this is a wrestler trying to do gymnastics. And there's no saying no.
It's
to
worth a
Tom,
try,
so,
right? It was worth a try. I've done crazier things.
British Gymnastics would strike me off as a coach for letting me do that.
You reckon, yeah?
Yeah, probably.
It's alright. I condone. I did it myself without the coach.
Alright.
Oh.
So, any questions? How did you get on with that? Let us know how that was.
I'm probably laughing the fact that
So yeah, just to reiterate, these are all ideas that you can take with you and put into, combine with other exercises that you already practice. You don't have to do them all together in this format. They're all just ideas of things that will help you progress towards
Sometimes
being
just
able to
pick
walk
one
fast.
and work on one for the entire section. That will really help. For me, like even just putting the feet on the wall really away from my shoulders, you know. So that would probably be helpful for me to
Build
strengthen my handstands because it takes me always a few goes before I get straight.
Mhm.
So that might be a quicker way to actually get back into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So, we hope you enjoyed today's session. I've just got a few sort of notices, I guess. First thing to say is our bunker program has gone really well. So the bunker program's been running for 10 weeks. It's been really fun. We've had 20 gymnasts working with us 3 times a week on Zoom for an hour each time. And we've reached the end of the 10 weeks now. It's been brilliant fun. And it looks like lockdown's continuing. We've still got no word on when we'll be able to run sessions back at the school again. So we're going to continue the bunker program, but we're continuing now as a bunker squad. So if there's anyone who would like to consider joining the bunker squad, so there'll be the people who've already done the bunker program, they're all carrying on, but we're taking now additional people. If you would like to get involved, send us a message, let us know, and we'll send you the full details. Any other things to say?
All the same as usual. Like, share, subscribe, please. You know, I'm sorry about today's start, but we got there eventually in the end. Just
And this is what we do when the camera's not on. We just, yeah.
she's got a good grip. There we go. Couldn't pull her off.
She wants in on all the gymnastics at the moment.
Go,
So we've got one more comment. So doing exercises definitely made me feel looser, maybe able to do the matrix spot again.
Oh yeah.
What's the best way to improve lower back flexibility? Says Elizabeth. I mean, the Cobra is a pretty good one. Also, you can do like more like the yoga stretch. So if you come in from this position
And then twist into the
and reach back, that, to be fair, is getting more the shoulder. Lower back.
Yeah, I think really simple, especially if you're at a desk all day, because that kind of gives you this kind of like kyphotic position. Like it sounds daft, but you're not going to be able to do it in the office necessarily. But just rippling really just helps awaken the lower back and the entire spine. You get to use it, or just do them against the wall. You know,
Yeah.
like 3 rotations on a bridge against the wall.
Dancing. I know it sounds mad, but like putting 2 or 3 of your favourite songs on and kind of dancing in quite a mad way, because your entire system loosens up and relaxes. I always find that after I've had a good dance, the whole of my upper and lower back will suddenly loosen up a lot. Do you do that regularly as part of your training, Tom?
No, not necessarily
We've
dance, but
done
like,
it a few times as part of warm-up when we've been doing training sessions.
yeah. But yeah, like I'm trying to think if there's anything else. You've mentioned the bunker program. We mentioned Patreon. Obviously, we do have the back catalogue on Patreon of all of the sessions that we've done. Anything else that we need to say?
I don't think so. I think that's it.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today, and I hope you got a lot out of it. I think this is, for me, this is one of the hardest sessions that we've done. For you, it may not be. This might be your strength, whereas you can clearly see this is my weakness. That's why you've never ever seen me bridging.
One more pointer for anyone who has got loads of flexibility and for whom flexibility is the strength, then the key to doing walkovers is starting to put a little bit of dynamism and momentum into it, and sort of throwing yourself at the ground almost, just to really push the hips so that you make the movement as long as possible. Thanks, Luna.
Thanks, Luna.
All right, I think we'll leave it there.
Cool. Well, thank you. Yeah, you've been so noisy today. Say bye. Say bye. You're gonna say bye. Thank you for everyone for joining us. Oh, there we go. Bye. Thank you for everyone that joined us, and I hope you enjoyed today's session. And I'll see you next week. See you later.
Bye.
I need to transition it.